Okay, so I'm gonna start on this retouch, and we've kind of done a few different things. We've been trying to embrace her natural sparkles, so we've been trying to get her blonde a little whiter. You can tell that the toner has faded off because it's been over 2 months. But we try to leave a lot of the gray mixed in. We used to break her base and make it more gold and highlight it. But today I'm going to put a little more low light in, and then we're going to brighten the blonde, more silvery white, purple color. But I want a little more contrast for fall, and you'll see as we go through here. So this technique is just something that I've developed. You really won't see it a lot of places. It's not like your industry standard foiling, so I'm just going to kind of jump in and let you watch a minute, and then I'll talk about it more as I go. So as I begin, you know, a student begins, they're going to subdivide this, they're going to come in here and weave it, slice it, then they're going to come in and they're going to take their paper and they're going to wrap it and they're going to place it in, then they're going to slide this out, and then they're going to start painting. And when you do this, you don't get as close to the root. First of all, we're putting it on a crooked line, and the foil is going with gravity, and it's going to slip. So a lot of times when people do this, and then they'll lift them up and bring them back down. So what I do, I just start up, and then I bring them down later all at once, and I get a lot closer to the root, and I don't see all the lines at the scalp. So because I've done this over a while, I don't have to subdivide. So a lot of times I just go in here and I do what I call a jiggy slice. So it's not really a slice, it's not really a weave, it's just somewhere in the middle. So, and then I'll come in and do what I call hook 'em horn, because I'm from Texas there. And then I'll paint this. I don't go all the way to the edge, but I can get a little closer just because it's, you know, been 30-something years I've been doing this technique. What you want to be sure of is this foil totally covers that line. I don't want this foil to be way up like that, or you will have bleed out. So I want the foil to totally cover the line, and I never let go of this tip until I get the next foil on there. So I subdivide out, clip this up, begin again. We'll make this one a brown one because it looks mostly dark. So I'll just go through there and jiggy slice a little. We'll probably will be cutting her hair a little shorter, so I won't put quite as much blonde. But I cover the root, and then I'm feathering up onto any brown that looks like it's creeped down into that. So I don't have a hard line each time. So I'm gonna take this one brown. I'm still leaving, you know, a lot of her natural coming in, so she doesn't have as hard of a root line. I may just leave some of that blonde and not put a blonde there, and then go ahead and take this down darker. Actually, I may take this whole piece darker because this is going to be pretty short back here. So I'll just kind of pull this down. She has a little bit of gray there, so I will paint outside the foil. Now I'll just fold this up like it's a barricade, keeping it off the skin. So once I finish this section, if I have my foils in really tight, like we talked about earlier, my bleach is really thick, then I can come in here and just pull these down at once. So if it's the first few times you're trying this, you definitely need to pull them down one at a time to ensure they're not overlapping. And then what I do is I fold all the sides in at once. I come outside the part line, don't ever come inside the part line, and I just fold this out of my way, and they're locked in. So it's a lot faster, but you see these foils are really tight. Look how close they are to the head. The closer they are to the head, the closer you will have the color to the root. If they're popped out, then you're gonna have more chance for bleed out, and you're going to be further away from the root. Sometimes at the top, you have to readjust this one because it's the first one, so that's why it's good not to fold or to have two pieces when you're doing a retouch, because you have no way to readjust if you're doing one piece. So I can kind of get that out of the way to lock it in a little, but it's not really going to get in my way any other place. Okay, you can stop that.